He wasn't loud, he wasn't playful, and because of that, no one noticed him. In a world that rewards the biggest, the boldest, and the loudest, some souls get lost in the noise. This is the story of one of them. A story about a dog everyone ignored, and the quiet, small moment that changed everything. Welcome to the chaotic symphony of a busy animal shelter. It's a place of hope, desperation, and a whole lot of barking. You walk down the aisles, and every kennel holds a story. There's the energetic puppy bouncing off the walls, practically screaming, "Pick me! Pick me!" There's the majestic-looking dog standing proud, catching your eye with his dignified pose. There are dogs jumping, wagging their tails so hard their whole bodies wiggle, doing everything they can to make a connection in the few seconds they have with each person who walks by. They are all desperate to be chosen, to find their forever family. And then, there was him. Tucked away in the back of his kennel, you could almost miss him if you weren't looking. While all the other dogs fought for the spotlight, he simply sat. His name was Buster, but he could have been called the invisible dog. He was a medium-sized mix with gentle brown eyes that seemed to hold a deep, quiet wisdom. He didn't bark when people passed. He didn't jump or paw at the door. He'd just lift his head, watch for a moment, and then lay it back down on his paws. It wasn't that he was sad exactly. He was just serene. In a place where everyone is asking to be chosen, he never learned how. He didn't understand the game. His nature was to observe, not to perform. And so, day after day, people walked right past his kennel, their eyes drawn to the more extroverted dogs, the ones who promised fun and adventure. Buster just watched them go, a silent shadow in a world of frantic energy. The volunteers all loved him. They spoke about him in hushed, affectionate tones. "Oh, Buster, he's such a sweetheart," one would say, giving his head a gentle scratch. "He's the calmest dog in the whole shelter," another would add. They saw his gentle spirit. They knew the treasure that he was. But they also worried. Weeks turned into a month, then 2, then 3. The puppies he arrived with were adopted within days. The boisterous dogs found homes with active families. Even shy dogs who eventually warmed up found their people. But Buster remained. He became part of the shelter's fabric, a quiet constant. The staff noticed something beautiful about him. When a new dog arrived, scared and trembling, Buster would often be the one to calm them. Through the chain-link fence of his kennel, he'd offer a quiet presence. He wouldn't bark or agitate them. He'd just lie down, signaling that this place was safe. He was a comforter, a silent guardian for the other lost souls. He spent his energy not on seeking attention for himself, but on giving peace to others. It was as if he understood their fear and anxiety better than anyone. Some souls don't shine by being seen. They shine by seeing others. But the sad reality was, this quiet gift wasn't something you could put on an adoption profile. How do you describe a feeling? How do you sell calm in a 30-second interaction? His time was running out. In the heartbreaking calculus of a full shelter, the quiet, overlooked dogs are often the most at risk. Then, one rainy Tuesday afternoon, the shelter was unusually quiet. The bad weather kept most visitors away. A young woman came in, looking overwhelmed. Her shoulders were slumped, and she moved slowly, as if the weight of the world was on them. She wasn't really looking for a dog. She told the front desk she just needed a quiet place to sit for a minute, and she loved animals. They let her in, and she found an empty bench near the end of the kennels, right across from Buster's run. She sat down, put her head in her hands, and just breathed. She wasn't looking at the dogs. She wasn't trying to choose. She was just trying to find a moment of peace. All the other dogs barked, trying to get her attention. But Buster did something no one had ever seen him do before. He got up. He walked slowly to the front of his kennel, the closest he could get to the woman. He didn't make a sound. He just sat there and watched her. Not with expectation, but with a kind of gentle empathy. After a few minutes, the woman looked up, her eyes puffy. And for the first time, she truly saw him. She saw this quiet dog, not demanding anything, just offering his silent company. She got up and walked over to his kennel, kneeling down. Buster didn't jump or get excited. He just rested his head against the chain link, his soft brown eyes meeting hers. It was the first time he had ever initiated contact.
He didn't try to impress her. He just stayed.
In that moment, two quiet souls who felt invisible to the world finally saw each other. She asked a volunteer if she could meet him. In the quiet meet-and-greet room, away from the noise, Buster's true nature shone. He gently leaned against her leg, resting his head on her knee.
He wasn't asking for anything. He was giving.
He was giving her his peace. The adoption didn't happen in a flash of excitement. It happened slowly, gently, the way Buster did everything. She came back the next day, and the day after that.
They spent time together in the quiet room, just being.
She told him about her stressful job, her anxieties, her feeling of being lost in a busy city. And he just listened, a warm, grounding presence by her side. When she finally filled out the adoption papers, the volunteers had tears in their eyes. It wasn't a victory of salesmanship. It was a victory of connection. Buster went home to a small, quiet apartment. It was perfect. There were no loud noises, no competition for attention. Just a soft bed, a sunny spot by the window, and a person who loved him for exactly who he was. His new life was filled with quiet walks, gentle cuddles on the couch, and the peaceful rhythm of two hearts beating in sync.
He wasn't overlooked because he had nothing to offer.
He was overlooked because his gift was peace, and he was waiting for someone who was ready to receive it. He didn't need to change to be loved. He just needed to be seen. His story is a powerful reminder. In our rush to be noticed, to be the loudest voice in the room, we often miss the quiet magic happening right beside us. We miss the givers, the comforters, the steady souls who don't demand the spotlight. Not every miracle makes noise. Some just sit beside you and breathe. Thank you so much for watching. If you believe every animal deserves to be seen, please like and subscribe for more stories like Buster's. We'll see you next time. This is Heartbeam. We bring you pet stories that touch the soul. Every week.